and in today's tutorial, it happens to be the very first tutorial we're having on the course, GST 101, that's the use of English and communication skills. Okay, so we know how we do it. It's revision time, and basically this is our third phase. This is the third phase. This is the third level we have in the classroom, as we have done the familiarization stage, which we do in the early, all right, in the early days of semester. All right, the familiarization stage is where we go through the material, we get ourselves familiarized with the material, and as soon as we are done with that, we hop on Instagram, Telegram classes where we instructors and students have a series of discussion on the course. And the third phase, which is the revision phase, is where we are now. All right, basically we are reflecting on all what we have treated in the two phases. All right, so the way we do things here is that we write the questions on the board, and students are expected to give answers to the questions written. Well, just one is general course. I believe a lot of departments, it's a general course that cut across all departments. I think on the level first semester, everyone does GST 101, and GST 101 is one course that this is when you know that National University. This is when you know that your study center has a lot of students, right? It's when you know that your study center has a lot of students during GST examinations. All right, you need to go to the hall. If you have the paper by 7, by 8 in the morning, you should be in school latest by 6:37. All right, because you see the crowd and the batches. I think I wrote a paper that I'm supposed to write by 4. I think GST 10, was it 103? I'm supposed to have that paper by 4, and the crowd was just too much, and we were segmented in batches, and my batch did not write that paper until 8 p.m. at night. Yes, GST courses are usually like that because they all will be filled in and out. All right, the environment, your study center will be filled in and out. All right, so it is expected that we put in our best. So with this being said, and I believe we all know by now that the timetable has been released. Let's just be at alert. Probably the timetable might still be reviewed, but basically it is the second timetable that has been released, and I believe we all have written out when we are having our exams. All right, let's do well to write out when we are having our exams, the date and the time. All right, so as we continue, maybe in between the class, I'm going to tell us some things we should look out for, because I believe people writing these exams, they are all freshers. All right, but with this being said, let's hop straight into the class. And if you're on the stream, try to smash the like button. Do all to smash the like button. So I have Miss Florence. Good evening, boss. Good evening, Miss Florence. Glad to be here again. I'm also glad to be here, Miss Florence. Okay, I have submitted the assignment you gave me yesterday. Awesome, Miss Florence. All right, Miss Favor says good evening. Miss Apple says good evening, sir. Good evening, Miss Apple. And Miss Precious says good evening. Good evening, Miss Precious. All right, so let me get my material as usual. Let me get my material as usual, and okay. Now we have GST 101. GST 101. Okay. So our very first question for tonight. This is a very interesting course. I so much love this course. And a quick one, please, a quick one. For as many of us, like those of us that I assisted with their TMA, I've already sounded the trumpet earlier today. That one thing that affected me in my undergrad level with this course, all right, this is the course that in the exam I had 50. I think, yeah, the questions they gave us then was about 100 questions. what am I even saying? I had 60 something over 100 in this without TMA, but unfortunately the course came out as incomplete. So we were naive then. We didn't really know much. So I figured out that what led, although a lot of persons had incomplete in some of their courses, all right, but now it's better now because you have you have a platform like tutorial where you can get some legit information. During our own days, during our own time, 100 level, then there was nothing like this. Basically, even the physical classes you pay for is nothing to write home about. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that please, we all need to go back to our TMA portal, all right, and let's check, all right, if any of the courses has reduced. I have a link, I have a video that explains how you can make all your grades 100%. Please, let's ensure that every of our courses are on 100%, except for some few that even as you have marked all the tasks, you see mark as done, mark as done, even as much as you have done all the mark as done, they are still going to be on 80 or 90, except for those ones. All right, what I'm trying to say is that don't leave any stone unturned. Go back to check if any tax has been added and you are here to mark as done. Please go back and mark as done. All right, so with this being said, let's hop straight into it. So we have number one. Miss Agnes, are you on this stream? Now, dash is said to be a compulsory, all right, day to day. I think I need to switch my marker. Permit me, let me get another marker. I think that is fading already. All right, day to day activity. Dash is said to be a compulsory day-to-day activity of that is said to be a compulsory day-to-day activity program. All right. So who is helping us with that? Dash is said to be a day-to-day, right? A compulsory day-to-day activity program. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. I'm liking the vibe. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much for that. Yes, that's the answer. All right. I need everybody to respond. I need everybody. All right, everybody on this stream must respond. Everybody on the stream must respond. Yes, thank you very much for that. Thank you, Miss Florence, Miss Favor, and Miss Ade. And let's pay attention. The first alphabet is in capital letter. All right, the first alphabet is in capital letter. All right, this is because it is the answer that starts the sentence. Okay, now we have question 2. Now, as human, all right, we need, all right, the skill of dash, all right, to comprehend, all right, what is conveyed as information. As human, we need the skill of dash to comprehend what is conveyed as information. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Thank you very much for that. Yes. Listening. Perfect. Perfect. Now let's continue. Now we have question 3. As a student, you need, what am I writing? As, oh no, my marker this night. As a student, you require more than, all right, more than dash to, all right, comprehend. As student, you need more than dash to comprehend. We have the question. As a student, you require more than dash to comprehend. Miss Florence said word. Miss Ade said listening. Are we sure about that? All right. Okay. Miss Favor, are you there? Who else? Who else do I have there? Okay, I think basically Miss Mr. Oluwabamidele, you are welcome, although you came late. All right, if you're on the stream, do well to, just like the rest are doing, do well to say something on the comment section so we can acknowledge your presence. And also, it is revision. It is revision. All students are expected to, all right, say something. All right, okay, Miss Esther is here. All students are expected to say, you must type. All right, let's not forget you are using computer. Your phone is a mini computer. You must type, express yourself, say something. You don't have to get it correctly. Thank God we are not leaving any stone unturned. Any question you say the wrong answer, we'll put ourselves to order and we'll correct so that here. So everybody on this stream must, any question that is being asked, you must say something. Is English, is GST, is a general course. Most time, it's not even everything in the material they said. They bring question outside from the material because it's English, it's a general course. All right, so you are expected to, I think in our next revision, we'll be bringing questions outside from the material. All right, so I expect everybody to respond. All right, yes, thank you very much, everyone. Okay, but the correct answer is not listening. All right, the correct answer is you need more than words. All right, words. All right, you need more than, all right, words to comprehend. Okay, you need more than words, not word, words. All right, you need to pay detailed attention. So you need more than words to comprehend. So for as many of you who are here to smash the like button, that's how you mark attendance. It's very important. Do well to smash the like button. All right. Now let's see this question. Now, comprehension is at dash levels. Comprehension is a dash, okay, different levels. Comprehension is a dash different levels. Comprehension is at dash different levels. Wonderful. Wow. Is it just Miss Florence? Miss Florence, Miss Florence is a member of the class, so I don't expect any less from her. All right. Awesome. Same here with Miss Favor. All right. Miss Favor is also a member of the private class. Is Miss Favor a member of the private class? I keep mistaking Miss Favor. I think she's not. But I know of Miss Florence very well, and I know of Miss Ade, and I know of Mr. Bamidele or just joined recently. All right. I'm trying to look out for my people here. You all are my people anyway, but I know Miss Precious very well too. I know Miss Precious. I know Miss Florence. All right. Yes, 2. Perfect. Perfect. 2. Let me write it in letters. 2. Okay. Question 5. Now, we have, there are 2 levels of comprehension, all right, which are comprehension at dash and dash level. All right, which are comprehension at dash and dash levels. There are 2 levels of comprehension, which are comprehension at dash and dash level. All right, which are comprehension at dash and dash level. We have the question. Okay, then everybody knows the answer. I need every one of us to respond to this question, please. Comprehension, we've agreed that comprehension is at 2 different levels. All right, which levels are we talking about? Okay, yes, Mr. Osemwingi says understanding. All right, thank you, Mr. Osemwingi. If I'm not mistaken, is it Mr. or Mrs. or Miss? All right, just permit me to, I think I will just call us. All right, I'll just call the name I see. All right, I will take out the initials, because most time I'm always referring to a Miss as a Miss, as a Mr., and a Mr. as a Miss. So I'll just call out our names, and I hope I have permission right now. I think this is the second time, or I think this is the 4th time students are correcting me on this. All right, Julie is better. All right, good. All right, so Julie, okay, thank you for your correction and thank you for your response. All right, so Miss, okay, I'm used to that. Now, Florence Oyewole says superficial and deep. Thank you for that. Who else? Okay, Julie says understanding. All right, so Favor, Adewale, and Oluwabamidele, we are yet to respond. And Precious, Florence Akpo, we all are yet to respond. And I need everybody to respond. All right. Okay, I'm waiting. Let's not keep us forever. Let's all respond. There are two levels of comprehension. All right, what do we mean by comprehension? Comprehension means levels of understanding. All right, there are levels of, even in spiritual things. All right, there are levels to spirit to revelations. There are levels to realms. All right, but here we have agreed that there are only two. All right, so if there are levels to comprehension, if there are levels to understanding, what can these two levels? I keep saying things. Think of the concept behind the word. All right, that's what I keep telling people in the private class. Nothing is difficult in this life. Just get the concept behind it, and revelation will drop. Because concept will make you think about the etymology. Can't remember this question. You need to remember, because in the exam, this is how it happens. You see students like, I seem to have seen this question somewhere, but I can't just wrap my head around it. No, you have to remember. All right, but let's not spend forever on this question. All right, so basically I think it's just one person who got the answer correctly. All right, it is. All right, these levels of comprehension are, all right, superficial and deep. All right, superficial and deep. All right, basically when we say something is superficial, listening comprehension. Okay, thank you. Now, Miss that's Oluwabamidele. Now, let's try and fit in this answer you gave. Grace, so you came a bit late. Now, Oluwabamidele said listening compre. I think that was a mistake. It should have been listening comprehension. Now let's put this into reality. Now he said listening. Now we are saying get the concept. Now, how can listening fit into these two types of comprehensions? All right. Listening is not a type of understanding. All right. Listening is an ability to pay attention to what is being said. Are we together? So basically, it doesn't fit in. As I said, let's get the concept behind words. But now look at this. It says levels of understanding. Does it mean that some people, they can easily understand things? All right. Some people understand deeper meanings. All right. You see people like, you say, this one, it doesn't have. But some people, they read deeper meanings to things. Now let's look at this. Understanding on the superficial level. All right. To my Christian brothers, you see that there's a part in the Bible that says that the letter killeth. All right. If you follow the letter of the word of God, you will be misled. All right. But you see, behind that letter, there is a revelation. All right. There's a revelation behind those letters that you need the Holy Spirit to unlock, and you will now begin to see the reality, the life behind just for God so loved the world. And that's why you see some pastors, they can take for God so loved the world and put it on a series. They will take it for 5 Sundays. Basically, what we are saying here is that there are basic types of listening, understanding, all right, superficial, on a superficial level, and there's a deeper meaning to comprehension. All right, so we have that as that. So let's erase this and let's do something else. Okay. Now, question 6 dash means, all right, taking notes from lectures. Dash means taking note from lectures. I can't return, sir. Really, Miss Florence Akpo, are we all on the same page, or you are saying something else? Dash means taking note from lectures. All right, thank you for that. Okay. Yes, wonderful. Thank you very much for that. All right. Note taking. Yes, thank you. That's the correct answer. Note taking. Okay. Now we have the next question. Now, question 7. I have now you dash, okay, you dash, all right, when reading a book. This marker has sufficient ink and it still won't write well. I mean, what is the meaning of this? All right, you dash when reading a book in the library. All right, let me just leave that. You dash when reading a book in the library. All right, when you are in the library, do you take notes or you make notes? Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much for that. Yes, thank you very much for that. Good. All right. Wonderful. Yes, note making. All right, but according to the question, you make notes. Make notes. No, Miss Adewale Abiola, you don't take notes, you make. All right, you don't take, you make. Perfect. You make notes. Wonderful, because you are studying, you are reading a book in the library. All right. Now, question 8. When consulting, all right, and open university directory, you dash. When consulting and open university directory, let me even write this as D. Open university, right, directory, you dash. Wonderful. Yes, exactly. Directory, you what? You take. All right, please, I need us to be very responsive. I need us to be super responsive. And with the trend of things, I'm just seeing few people being responsive. What is going on with the rest of us? Florence Akpo, please, is the recording? Please, is there a recording for this class. My phone is about to go off. Yes, certainly. Florence Akpo, there is a recording for the class. Definitely. Olua Bamidele, you're not responsive. And I believe you have the keynotes. Everything we are taking in this class is in the keynotes. I believe you have the keynotes. Have you not been going through it? You are expected to go through this keynote. That's why it was sent to students. All right. And I usually don't give this, I usually don't give anyone who is not a member of this class, my private class. But majority are like, I want to join the class. And it's an example that how can I walk you through all what we have done? So the best way I can communicate this knowledge is to give you the keynote, and you're expected to put in the discipline and time to go through these keynotes. All right. Osemwingi, you are not okay. Julie, you have not been responsive. Are you still with us? Who else? Rachel, are you still with us? Okay. Okay. Yes, take note. Thank you. Happiness, Peter, is great to have you. You came late. All right, you take notes. Yes. When conducting an OUD, you take notes. All right. Now, when in a crucial meeting, you dash. When in a crucial meeting, what do you do? All right. When in a crucial meeting, you do what? Okay, Miss Priscilla, I'm used to so calling people Miss. Rachel says, I could not request for the keynote because I have not been available. Why not? You can request for the keynote. You can request for the keynote definitely. All right. It's just that, basically, the keynote does not do magic. All right. The keynote is actually for people that has gone through the true phases. All right. The familiarization stage, which is what we do early. The moment even before resumption, we are doing tutorials. And that's what really helped 100 level second semester. I so much love those sets. They are serious sets, maybe because they are mature people. Forgive me for using that word mature people. This is a virtual class and I really don't know, all right, except for some of my students, some of the people in the private class that we do one-on-one. And even those people who do one-on-one, they are mature people. When I mean mature people, I mean that the population of elderly persons is more. People in the private class that I know, population of elderly persons are more. All right. So they are even with work and family and everything, they were devoted, they were ready. Even after one then that I will come back from work, then I used to work as an accountant in the restaurant. All right. More of an accountant anyway. Now, even after 12, they will be waiting for me to come back. You can imagine how serious-minded. We used to have class 3 a.m. in the morning. You can imagine how serious-minded. Just 2 weeks after their exam, after their resumption, after their holiday, we're already doing tutorials. So I really respect those people. It's just now that I'm seeing 20-30 people on stream because of exam is close. Before now, when we have classes, you'll be seeing 10-15 people. So I respect their vibes. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that the keynotes, if you need it, you can still request for it. It's just that you cannot compare what we have started since. We are in our 15th week of revision now. You cannot compare what we have started since the 15th week. You now collected the keynote last week, and you think you'll be on the same level with people who have started since on the 15th, like the 15th week, began tutorial since 15th week. There's no magic you want to perform. It will be like you are laboring to understand, which is not supposed to be so. This is something that you will have gotten to know better if you have started early, it will have become part of you. All right, but there are conditions, there are situations. I'm not saying people that are just doing it now, that they are lazy or maybe they are not taking it serious. There are situations, there are genuine situations. All right. So basically, you can still get the keynote, you can still request the keynote, and at least that will help you to catch up better. All right. So we have that as that. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Rachel. You take notes. All right. So I've been busy that I've not been joining the class. All right. But now exam is here. Can you still be busy for exam? Everybody is busy. No matter how busy you are, you came to National University to collect form. National University no come and call you. You came to Open University to collect form, and you did not. None of you on this stream paid less than 50,000 naira in your first semester. I've been there. None of you paid less than 50,000 naira. So in an investment that you have invested more than 50,000 naira in less than how many months? Your semester is just 4 months. Yes, in the next few months, you pay another more than 50,000 naira. So in a semester, you are paying almost 200,000. And you say you don't have time to attend classes. And if you mistakenly fail a course, you repeat the course, you pay for courses registration and exam registration again, and you still do TMA. So somewhere you have paid so much money, and I'm surprised people will say they don't have time to attend classes. It baffles me. All right, but that is a discussion for another day. Now, when is it crucial? Okay, now you in a meeting, you take notes because there is no time for you to make notes. All right. So the good thing is just that these days there are a lot of platforms. All right, like this is one of the platforms. All right, there are a lot of arrangements, genuine ones, as there are good ones, there are also fake ones. So you can take advantage of the good platform and catch up. Now let's take this one. Now, when listening to a documentary, you dash. When listening to a documentary, you dash. When listening to a documentary, you dash. Okay, is anybody able to know the answer? Yes, thank you for that. Thank you very much for that, Florence Akpo. Yes. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, thank you very much for the responses. Yes, notes, definitely take notes. Awesome, awesome. All right, yeah, you take notes. Okay, now let's take that. We have that as that. Now, it says here, the deaf listen. All right, listen to dash language. Language. Okay, somebody's asking, how can I get the keynotes? Oh, low battery. Florence Akpo, low battery. Sorry about that. How is it taking notes, sir? listening to a documentary. Documentary is a program. When you are listening, you cannot be even in if you are listening, you cannot be listening at the same you cannot be listening and at the same time be writing, be making notes. All right. Now, let me explain something to you. If you are in church, you are listening to a sermon in church, can you make notes? Please, let's answer that question. If you are in church, if the pastor is preaching, or you are in mosque, imam is preaching, can you make notes? Okay, now, documentary. Maybe documentary, if you don't understand documentary means you are watching a TV. It's a program. All right. When a documentary is going on, you can't make notes unless you will pause. And even before you can make notes, you need to understand. You must have comprehend before you can make notes. All right. So you are watching a program and they are saying something you find interesting. You are paying attention. Yes. You take notes. Wonderful. So a documentary is taking notes. No, you cannot make notes when you are watching a documentary. You can only because it's a program. All right. And before you can make notes out of it, you have to watch and watch and watch until you comprehend. Then you can begin to make. Don't forget what you are making. And that's what I tell us. That's one thing the keynote is all about. Before I make keynotes, I have gone through the material and I have comprehended. All right. Then I will now make something out of what I have read. And that's why it takes so much time to make these keynotes. All right. Because there's a difference between taking and making. Taking, you don't have to comprehend. Point. But making, you must have first grab a hold of it. Then you now put it down according to what you think. All right. So yes, thank you very much. All right. Sign. Yes, that's the answer. The deaf listens to what? All right. Sign. I think that's a mistake. All right. Just excuse me. It's not supposed to be in capital letter. It's supposed to be in small letter. I think I wrote that in capital letter. All right. Sign language. Now, let's take this question. A dash is anybody. Hey, that's good. I don't know what's wrong with these people these days. Even here at my side, almost throughout the day, I had to reschedule a class I had with somebody this evening because of the terrible. It's very unfortunate, and this doesn't happen usually. We are usually having constant light here, not until evening. Right, there was no light, there was no electricity, so power supply. All right, now a dash is anybody, all right, who is capable. Who is capable of dash to anything said. So Florence Akpo, you can connect your phone so you don't get disconnected. All right. So a dash is anybody who is capable of dash to anything said. Good. It's connected. Yes, that's good. All right. So Favor said, listener. All right. Does it fit? Let's wait for other persons to respond. Let's wait for others to respond. Wonderful. Yes, thank you very much for that. Now look at how it fits perfectly. Yes, a listener, a listener is anybody who is capable of listening to anything said. All right. All right. A listener capable of listening to anything said. Wonderful. So, permit me to erase this quickly so we can commence. Yes, it should be in it should be in small letter because it's in between the sentence. Now let's take some other question. So for those of us that came late, I was making reference to something you need to pay attention to during your exams. As we all know that the timetable has been released. Maybe there might still be adjustments, all right, but as it is, the timetable has been released. So one thing you need to look out for is that there's something called the notice board in all centers. All right, all centers has what we call the notice board. Okay, and this notice board, all right, is all about updating students, even staffs, on any changes made. Let's not forget there's an issue with passing information in now. That's why a lot of students fall prey of 419 is not the correct English. They fall prey. 419 is what we call borrowed language, right? They are made from certain beliefs, all right, and scenarios. For those of us, I think that's ENG 321. All right, so basically they fall prey of fraudsters, all right, because there is no particular legit source. All right, before you can, not everybody has access. There is actually, but not everybody has access to that timely legit information. All right, so on the notice board, I think usually it's the one in the study center. Do say study center? That happens to be my study center. The one in the study center, as you are entering into the examination or the passage that will take you to the examination hall. All right, let's say this is the entrance. This is the entrance. This by the left ear is where the notice board is. Now on that notice board, please check when you are going to write your exam. Go there and check, cross check the paper you are. Don't go and sit down and say you have your timetable. I've seen cases whereby the initial timetable sent. Don't forget all this one we are sharing in groups. Somebody saw it and sent it. All right. The initial time. All right. Some changes has been made, but information has not been passed. All right. So I have seen cases whereby the initial timetable that these students have, the exam is supposed to be by 8 a.m. And unfortunately, on the notice board, it has been changed. All right. No, the exam is supposed to be by 2. But unfortunately, on the notice board, it has been changed to 8 a.m. So you can imagine somebody walking majestically into the school by 12, saying, after all, my paper is still by 2. And unfortunately, they've written this paper by 8. You can imagine how devastating that student will be. Right, so please, the notice board is one thing we should always check. All right, and please, if you're having an exam by 2, don't go to school by 1:30. If you're having an exam by 2, please be in school by 12. Check your notice board and stay in the vicinity and prepare. I don't know if it's applied to other persons, but me, There's no way I can have the exam and say I'm at home, I'm reading. It cannot work. I have been in school, I'll be seeing my people, and we're reading together. We are doing discussion. I'm basically, for me, I start reading very early. Even before the semester starts, I've downloaded all my material and I've made all my notes. And even before semester start, I'm done with all the material. My pain for classes is just to go there and meet people, meet brilliant minds, discuss, get to know my course members, and discuss the course. It's not that I'm going there to learn as a fresher. No, I've done my studying even before the semester gets far. All right, so that's how it works. Please, if you're having paper by 2, be in school by 12. Observe things. All right, and even during that time, you get to meet your people, you get to meet your classmates. Be friendly. Some of us, it's just exam, we'll be there. We call them igiwe, efiwe in polytechnic. It's only you that know all the book. You try and mingle. Some of us are antisocial. Please don't be antisocial. Know your people. Know people in your department. Know people in your faculty on the same level, the same semester. All right, know each other. Nobody knows it all. All right, know each other. Make friends with your people. I'm not saying make friends and forget what brought you to school, but it's still good to make friends, because there will be days whereby you get legit information from your classmates. All right, join groups. All right, ask questions. Please, you don't have any group. This is our department. I mean, this is university. Please. All right, so let's take a few more questions before we call it a wrap. Yeah, somebody say grace. It's not grace, Coco. I work so hard for money. Somebody say I pray for that kind of grace. I cannot go and work. So then, which work was I doing? I was working in a company. I was working in SciTech as a security personnel. I cannot guard people. People will be sleeping at night. Me, I'll be awake at night studying, and I'll gather money. I'll be awake at night working. I'll gather money. I'll not go and dash open university. No, I don't do that. You see, there's no semester I don't have A. It's not possible. There's no semester I don't have A, because I cannot put all those plenty money in open university and I will not make the best result out of my faculty. I have to be one of the best in my faculty. It's not possible. It's not grace, Coco. It's determination and discipline. Thank you, and God first. So now let's put that. So let's take this question. Now let's take this question. Question question 15, if I'm not mistaken. Dash are the first, all right, part of a word. Dash are the first part of the word. Is that not that? You are laughing at me. No wala. Who is that? Grace. Grace is laughing at me. No wala. Thank you, ma. Priscilla Blessing says lot of laugh. All right. Yeah, we need to tell each other the truth. We need to catch cruise a little bit. So now we have dash at the first part of the word. All right. Dash at the first part of a word. Please help me with that. Dash at the first part of a word. It should be question 12. Thank you. Thank you for that correction. Question 12. Yes, thank you for that. Prefix. Capital letter, yes. P. All right. Prefix. let's not forget it is plural. All right, I didn't say dash is Miss that's Florence Akpo and Favor. You got it wrong. Happiness, you got it wrong. All right, now look at the question. It says dash are. If it was dash is, then the correct answer is just prefix. All right, but dash are, so we have prefixes. All right, so there's a es, and the first word alphabet should be capital letter P. All right. So we have that as that. So now, let's take an example of this prefix. All right. Now, 13. Identify the prefix in the following words. Now we have one, we have underline. All right, two. So if they are giving you an answer, right, number one, all right, they give you an answer, then number two, give you an answer. Download. All right. Imagination. No, I think this is quite complicated. Let's use YouTube. All right, let's use for classroom. All right, 5. Smart phone. All right, so with these questions attended to, we can call it a wrap for tonight. All right. Okay. All right, I need everybody to respond. I need everybody in the class to respond to this. All right. Wonderful. Yes. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm getting the good answers. I'm seeing the response. Yes. Thank you. All right. Wonderful. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Favor. Thank you, Florence, Akpo, and thank you, Florence. I think there are two Florence. Florence Oyewole. Yes, thank you very much, everyone. So we have our answers. We have this as under. All right, here we have down, and here we have you, and here we have class, and here we have smart. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. And I think on this note, we Mr. Alfred is not in class today. I wonder why that is. All right. Maybe probably he couldn't catch up late at work or something. Right, but that's very unusual of him. But nevertheless, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for attending class. All right, it's been a pleasure with Florence Oyewale, with Rachel. All right, it's been a pleasure with Florence Akpo, with Favor. All right, with Grace, with Happiness, and with Adewale, and who else do I have here? All right, I think Priscilla. All right, it's been a pleasure having you all in the class today. All right, Oluwabamidele as well. All right, it's been a pleasure having everybody. And for as many that I didn't mention their name, for as many that I mentioned their name, all right, I just want to leave us with these words. All right, it's weekend. Let's take our time to rest. All right, freshen up from the stress of the week. All right, put in the effort. Okay, as tutorial will continue on Monday. Thank you very much, everyone. And for as many of us who are asking about the keynotes, all right, there's a description in the link of this video. All right, the website is linked to it, www.tutorial.com. All right, let's do all to visit the website, and from there you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. There's a WhatsApp icon on the website. It takes you directly to my DM. So thank you very much, everyone. There are no magic anywhere. All right, the magic is put in the work, put in the discipline, and it will pay off eventually. Good night, and I look forward to seeing you all in subsequent tutorials. Success.